Hey YouTube, Mochismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Please like, subscribe, share. Give a thumbs up to this video if you found it helpful. Pass it on if you believe someone else would benefit from it. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. What I'm going to tell you, empaths, chosen ones, awaken. I'm going to tell you how to shut down a conversation that a narcissist is really not into. Superficial conversation that they really are not into, that they're not taking serious. I'll give you an example. When you come upon a narcissist narcissist of the past, you noticed when you said, how are you doing? They would ask you how you're doing. You say, I'm fine, how are you? That would open the floodgate for them to tell you all of their woes, whether real or imagined. Most of the time it's just BS anyway. And they'll load you up with a laundry list of this, that, and the other, of their sob stories. And you'll listen intently because you are that empathic person. But had you mentioned anything about anything you're going through, they'll gaslight you. They will reverse victim blame you for should have known better, that type of thing. But we're going to talk about the conversations that you may have. Let's say you call a business and you have these people at service desk, and this is real life I'm speaking of, and you call and you ask to speak to a specific individual. Say you had a prior conversation with a specific individual, and they said that they would find out and call you back. You call back, that individual is out, say to lunch, and there's another individual there, and it happens to be a narcissist. And the reason why you know they're a narcissist, because you're being very vague. You're saying it's XYZ there, and they say, well, they're not around. They'll make it look like that person is super unreachable, and you'll say, okay, and they'll say, is there anything I can help you with? Because they're super nosy. They want to know everything. And I'll do a video about how they get jobs of convenience and jobs of how they can monitor any and everything. But that's going to be a whole nother video. So anyway, back to this conversation. You say, well, I was asking them if they could find out specifics about this piece of equipment and call me back. And they were supposed to call me back. And they'll say, well, hold on. They love to hold you on, and they'll start. You can hear them in the background asking everybody or repeating what you just said in the air. And what they're trying to do is see if someone else can give them a clue as to what's going on, because they don't know nothing. They don't care to know anything but all the wrong thing. And so they come back to the phone, or you can hear the whole conversation. Anybody know her? And they'll come back and say, well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to help you here, but I don't mean to be, they'll say, well, I don't mean to be difficult. They'll use something like that, like as if nobody even dare assume you were trying to be difficult. But what they're doing is they are trying to gaslight you. They are actually trying to gaslight you. They'll say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, when they're really not. I've already told you about this. Everything they say is just a facade. And so when the individual says, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be hard, and what you say, this is how you handle this. Because if you're really busy, because they stall you too, they hold your time hostage. So you politely say, and you say it firmly, unapologetically, and you bounce. You say, okay, well, tell them to give me a call back, thank you. And you hang that phone up. And you ace that. That's how you do this, because your time is valuable. A narcissist will squander your time, and they will never, ever feel bad about it. And I thought I needed to come in and just talk to you guys about that. I'm not flustered. I want you to understand, when you are awakened, knowing how they operate minimizes you getting flustered. But it agitates the hell out of you just having to deal with them on any level. So the key is knowing what you're up against and detecting it and determining that this is a toxic individual. They're just lurking around in these capacities and working here. They're dead weight. They're very quiet and covert, by the way, too. But like I said, that's going to be a whole nother video, because I've seen so many things by way of narcissists and capacities and job capacities, whereas they truly are keeping tabs on any and everything moving. That's of importance. Anything concerning them, they can't do what they're supposed to do, but they're mindful of what everybody else is doing. So I'll leave this video at that, but that is how you ace it. You shut them down. You don't allow them to get you bent out of shape, because what happens is you'll end up having your whole day ruined because of these people. That being said, bless.